is Texas Tech failing the Big 12?
Yeah. Yeah. You could say that. You could say that.
Because this was not a good day outside of BYU, which we're going to talk about here in a second. You understand that day one of the NCAA tournament was not a good day for the Big 12. I mean, BYU out. Nice job, Duquesne.
Yeah, thanks.
It's Duquesne. I know it's Duquesne. Stop.
Well, Monty, you said it was Duquesne, and it's actually Duquesne. Do you even watch Duquesne?
No, I don't. And I don't watch fucking Oakland either.
Oh, you don't know who Goki is?
Guy in the comment section yesterday, you curse too much. Okay, I'll curse more. There are other podcasts. Anyway.
You're so fucked.
You're supposed to say it's not a pod. Anyway, okay. Is Texas Tech failing the Big 12? And I very seriously, with all due respect, is Texas Tech failing the Big 12? You're not winning football games. You're not winning basketball games in the tournament. You gave away multiple tournament units in a situation where it was expected that, you know, pew, pew, ooh, Lubbock, wow,
Tortilla
West Texas,
land.
we're going to throw tortillas. You were expected to throw tortillas several more times, and now you're not. And you can take your ass back to West Texas, right? Like it's becoming a pattern now with Texas Tech, where your athletic performance in football and basketball is becoming a disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
And the Big 12, if Kansas doesn't get that call, and I'm being serious with this, do you understand if Kansas doesn't get that call on Samford, which was not a foul at the rim there?
Yeah.
That's not a foul.
No.
Do you understand the absolute disaster that yesterday would have been when you look at the fact that all over the eastern side of this bracket, BYU out, right? Disaster for the Big 12. NC State knocks off Texas Tech. Disaster. Never mind. Let it sink in that NC State plays in the ACC. Who says they're the best basketball conference? Well, maybe Texas Tech helped prove that, right? I just think now you're in a situation where Kansas had to hang on by their short and curlies just to survive flipping Sanford. And you're looking at Texas, thankfully, actually coming to life and beating Colorado State.
Right.
And you're looking at Arizona soundly beating Long Beach State. But you're starting to understand that going forward, you're not in a good spot right now.
Yeah, you need brands like Texas Tech to perform. And you don't even need them to win national championships. What you do need them to do is just make the college football playoff. You do need them to win a couple of tournament games. Like if Texas Tech could simply be a Sweet 16 team every single year and then fall into the Elite Eight or the Final Four once in a blue moon, that'd be nice. You know, and I look at this and I say, like, you know, today, Baylor, dude, Baylor needs to win a ball game today. Right?
Houston, and I know it's long with Monty. Don't start with this Houston bullshit. I know. I get it. Houston's got to dominate today. Baylor, much to your point, I think Baylor has to play really well. This has been a big disappointment.
Yeah.
Now, it's not disappointing on the level of Kentucky, and I guess we're still going to talk about whether or not Kentucky should fire John Calipari. But before we get to that, let me ask you about BYU. Because what was the narrative about BYU coming into the Big 12? And I know my friends down in Provo are going to hate this, and I'm sorry to tell you, this is a reality check. What was the narrative about BYU? Well, they don't play on Sundays, so we don't want them in the conference. Did Sunday play hurt BYU in this NCAA tournament? Should they have been a 5 seed? I think they should have been a 5 seed. It was, and we talked about it on the show, it was a great mystery as to why BYU was so far down the ranking, the seeding. And it's because BYU took is that institution that has a religious exemption. So if you can avoid scheduling them on Sunday, you're mandated to do that. So instead of playing Friday, Sunday, And being a 5 seed, BYU played Thursday, Saturday, and didn't make it to Saturday as a 6 seed, and they lost to Kenny Chesney. And I think it is a legitimate concern if you're the Big 12 about BYU and Sunday play. Now that I think that was borne out, because if you're playing as a 6, if you're playing UAB as a lower seed, you're in a much better position than you were playing Duchesne yesterday and never really looking like you were all that serious about winning that game. And I think Sunday play mattered here, and I'm not playing a stereotype or any of that. But you can't tell me that if you're in the upper half of the bracket that would have made a difference for BYU.
Yeah, absolutely would have made a difference. And I think that's what is so interesting about this game yesterday for BYU. You know, you use the word uninterested, I believe, like just not looking, locked in, not looking like, hey, like our life is on the line here every day moving forward, and we gotta play a good game here. And what I really didn't understand is why they were not running proper offense yesterday. Like we're watching this game, and I'm like, dude, they just look kind of blasé on offense today. Like when I can't remember who they played before yesterday, but that last game they played, they looked locked in. They were moving the ball. They were getting open looks in the corner. They were looking strategic.
They were running offense to create 3-point opportunities.
Yeah, which is why they shot the 3 at such a high rate and didn't shoot the 3 at a high rate yesterday.
And you allowed Duquesne to run you off the 3-point line, which is inexplicable to me. That is your bread and butter at BYU. And again, all due respect to my friends in Provo, stop talking about being a 5 seed. Because it killed you, and you're not a 5 seed because you didn't want to play on Sunday. And and I don't think you should. We've talked about this at length on this show. The honor code is what it is, and I don't believe you should ever play an athletic endeavor on Sunday. Not at BYU. That's your core belief system. That is the foundation of your faith. I don't believe you should be doing that. But also then don't whine and complain like a little Sally about not being a 5 seed, because you're not a 5 seed because you wouldn't play on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
That's the juxtaposition and the winless, battle that you fight when you're in BYU's situation, because you're better than San Diego State, but San Diego State's a 5 and you were a 6 because you didn't want to play on Sunday.
Yeah, and I think that you look at the box score after watching this game, and you're just like, dude, like how does Downhall only have 3 3-point attempts? How is it that dude plays 36 minutes and is 1 of 3 from 3 and only 3 of 6 from the field? That's what I'm talking about.
And that 1 3 that went in was a heave at the end of the ball game.
Yeah,
beautiful shot, but where was that in the first 14 and a half minutes? Right? Like that's the part that I struggle with. Where was that in the first half? Where was that outside of the last 30 seconds of the game?
Yeah, and it just I would agree that BYU, needs to reality check feels strong because I think they understand the position they're in, but you just have to be better. And I feel like we keep saying this about Big 12 brands. Like if Baylor loses today, it's an embarrassing performance out of the Big 12 in the first week of the tournament. Like I don't think they're going to lose today, but let's say they did. It's embarrassing. I mean, you can't have BYU, Texas Tech, like these nameplate brands inside your conference who really should win their first round matchup. You can't have them lose that matchup, because at that point, it's all cool that you were tied with the SEC for the most teams getting into the tournament. But what good is that if they don't win a ball game? If you don't even win one single game, like, what kind of position does that put your conference in? And then, you start going around the bracket and you're like, yeah, wow, the SEC and the ACC really got some stuff going on here. Like that's what bothers me, man. Like the Big 12 has to find a way to just simply win more. And that's more difficult to do in football than it is in basketball, but it has to happen, man. It has to happen. You have to get to a place where the Big 12 as a basketball conference is the best in the land. Because again, we talk so much about, realignment and God tiers and all this nonsense going on in college football. We talk about
God
that
tiers
with the preface that the Big 12 dominates in basketball. That's not taking place this year. It's just simply not. And that it can't be a situation moving forward where all the realignment becomes official this season, where the
Yeah.
Big 12 just continues to be mediocre. That can't happen. That they have to be better than this.
Yeah, and I think now Baylor and Houston become vital today. It is not optional for Baylor and Houston to win. If you are the Big 12 and you are fighting for financial viability, you've got to have these deep tournament runs to build your tournament units.
Yeah.
Like it is not optional in the bracket. I thought coming into this that the bracket really favored the South region. I thought with Texas Tech, I thought Texas Tech would beat NC State, and I thought they would go on to give Kentucky a hell of a run. And now you feel like had they beaten NC State, that they would be going to the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
And that goes out the window. But I look at this Houston-Longwood match. Houston needs to come out and prove a point, in my opinion. I think that is such an incredibly important ball game. I think the TCU-Utah State game, which is tonight at what is that, 9 Central, tonight that game goes off. I think that becomes a huge one. And now you start looking at the West and you say to yourself, well, I mean, essentially Baylor is all you have left in the West.
Mm-hmm.
Baylor now becomes this really important figure, and it's a little scary. It's those 5-12, 3-14 matchups. Baylor and Colgate, you can't tell me Colgate's beating Baylor.
No.
You can't. And Baylor probably goes on to face Clemson. And so now what do you get? You get an ACC Big 12 matchup that Baylor has to win.
Well, and I think Baylor, obviously is more than capable of winning that game. That's the thing. Like I look at these brands and I'm like, Baylor is a very strong basketball program. Like I don't think anyone doubts that. And I think, you look at their potential path, and if it's Colgate, Clemson, and then let's say
probably Arizona.
Well, yeah, probably. Yeah. I don't know. Dayton played pretty good. They were behind in that game, but when they turned it on, they really turned it on. So let's say it's Arizona, right? At that point, then you're in a really good spot. Obviously, Arizona is not yet a Big 12 team, but you can start to picture this for next year moving forward.
And you went to the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah.
And at that point, if there's no reason Baylor can't beat Arizona, right? So you can't go to the Elite Eight. When you're probably looking at somebody like a St. Mary's or a North Carolina, like now obviously we're projecting way forward, but I think we're in a position now where it's really important that I'm telling you, Baylor and Houston, you don't have expectations for a number 9 TCU, right? You just don't have expectations at that level. When you're 1, 2, 3, you have expectations, and Baylor and Houston have to come out and prove a point today. Like win by 25 points.
Yeah.
Do what North Carolina did, right? You're going to watch UConn absolutely decimate Stetson today.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see Houston do to Longwood. Who the is Longwood? That's the thing for me.
Yeah.
Like I the Big 12, this is feeding season for the Big 12. You're talking about multiple years of financial income going out the window yesterday with Texas Tech and BYU.
100%.
And it sucks. It absolutely sucks. Tanner Plummer, I think Mark Pope choking in the postseason needs to be discussed more.
I didn't love. Okay, so first of all, I'm not going to sit here and have a discussion about firing somebody or whatever. I'm just going to talk about this game yesterday. Dude, the coaching side of this game was disappointing. I agree. The idea that you let the runs go on for that long without calling a timeout is crazy to me.
I agree with that too.
I know that you don't have a gazillion timeouts to call, but you have to. There's got to be something, right? So you can't be in a spot where you're running crap offense and you can't get a stop on defense. That doesn't work. You either need to be playing great defense and getting stops and struggling offensively, or you need to be a juggernaut on offense and defense is what it is. And yesterday they were neither. And I don't know why he didn't give Traore more minutes. As soon as you put him on the floor, what happens? You control the pace of play more. You're getting to the line a little more. He's able to bully his way down into the paint.
And you were having so much success with Jackson Robinson getting to the rim.
Yes.
And so I'm good with that, but you can't shoot 38% from the floor. And how many layups did you miss? We're sitting here watching the game yesterday, and Jake literally said, I could have made that layup. And I said, I agree.
Yeah, and they were talking about it on the broadcast.
Like, how many layups are you going to miss? And so is it coaching? I don't think yesterday's loss was coaching. I think it was execution at the player level. Because, you only shot, what did they shoot? 24 threes. They shot 33% from three. But you can't miss just an extraordinary amount of layups.
Just easy, gimme buckets.
And I agree with Traore. I agree. I think Jackson Robinson probably kept you in this game. But how do you explain Dallin Hall only taking 6 shots?
Yeah, that's just not good enough. And I was like, dude, like why? Because you had him on Prize Picks yesterday. So
I did. I needed him to have 9. He had 11.
So we were kind of spotlighting him as we watched this game. And I'm like, dude, why is he being so passive? Like not that he doesn't want the ball, but it just seemed like they put him, they said, okay, you're going to bring the ball up today.
Well, Dallin Hall is BYU's facilitator. He has never been and likely would never be your leading scorer, but you can't pass the opportunities he passed. And I felt like it was very passive, and they waited far too long to feed Traore. And I think a lot of that was that you were forced into that offense because you didn't have an answer for their press defense.
Right.
And I think sure, we could go round and round about this. Make your layups and you win that game. That's the pill you got to swallow today. You make that layup and I'm telling you, you make those layups, you win that game.
Well, you only lost by 4.
Dallin Hall is not the reason they lost that game. He is an example of why they didn't win it, though. And I just wish they had been more aggressive. That to me, it's that simple.
Yeah.
Because Duquesne is not great. Duquesne's good. Duquesne's not great. Let's stop. And frankly, I tend to look at Kentucky. Kentucky just is not well coached anymore. I think Cal needs a change of scenery, but he's got $30 million buyout. I would buy him out. I would fire John Calipari at Kentucky. I'm not firing Mark Pope at BYU. That's a tough job. It is very difficult to recruit and develop. Your best talent always comes from the state of Utah in basketball.
Yeah.
And high school basketball oftentimes does not convert to big college game. And I think one of the differences is the way that NIL has changed college basketball now. Now you're getting 2-3-year guys.
Mm-hmm.
And you've actually got to develop. Now, like, look at the news that G League Ignite is folding after this season. Do you guys know what G League Ignite is? G League Ignite was the NBA's answer for a team to stock it with kids who didn't want to go to college and wanted a competitive atmosphere to get ready for the NBA draft. Well, now kids don't want that anymore because NIL is so prolific. So the best high school kids are getting paid and they're staying in college longer because they can make $200,000-$300,000 a year. And the average garden variety college basketball player in a P4 program is probably making between $50,000 and $75,000 a year. That's pretty good money.
Yeah.
And you can have the college experience and you can play in big games that matter to you and your team, where in the G League, that isn't the case. I'm going to go to college and get $75,000 to $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
So G League Ignite going away. Now there's more emphasis, and BYU is going to have to prove that they can take that elite high school basketball player in the state of Utah, because overwhelmingly, if you're a really good LDS basketball player in the state of Utah, where are you going to college? You're probably going to BYU.
Yep.
The atmosphere at Marriott Center is fantastic. Utah doesn't have a good basketball program right now. You're probably going to BYU. And BYU's got to prove that you can make a kid viable for 3 years. The problem is, how often does BYU put basketball players in the NBA? Not something you're known for. So I think BYU is in this paradoxical place in Big 12 basketball where they've got to take this big step forward. But if you're Kentucky, you're a blue blood, and you don't expect to lose to Oakland.
No.
You don't. If you're Kansas, obviously Kansas has significant injury issues, but there feels like there's something off there. You needed a big favor from the officials to move on. So, I don't know. I think it's a really interesting situation. Let's get your thoughts in here. On Giving Friday, number one, let's play the like button game. Let's play the like button game.
Let's do it.
We've got 100 people watching and only 25 likes. So here's the proposition. We're 25 likes away from 50 likes. Hit the like button in the next 60 seconds. If we get to 50 likes on the show, we'll give a $25 Amazon gift card away.
Not a lot to ask. Get it done.
Starting right now,
Let's go.
25 of you hyenas hit the like button, and we'll give away a $25 Amazon gift card right now live on the show. Hit the like button. Giving Friday also means you give away Monty Show memberships. Get in, help people like who's not a member? Claremont LaRue isn't a member. Somebody gift a membership so Claremont LaRue can become a member.
Yes.
That awkward guy, he's not a member anymore. Kind of awkward. You're not a member anymore.
Hyena.
Awkward guy. 9 away. Yeah, 6 away. 30 seconds to go. Hit the like button.
Let's go.
If you get 6 more likes in 30 seconds, we'll give away a $25 Amazon gift card.
Come on.
4 more likes.
Come on.
4 more likes to go. 20 seconds.
Yeah. Come on.
20 seconds to go. 4 likes. Hit the like button.
3 to go.
You guys.
Bro, 15 seconds.
Come on now.
10 seconds.
Bros.
Dude, 5 seconds.
6, 5.
Hey.
Hey, there it is. All right. All you have to do right now is comment like. All you have to do right now is comment like. Like, comment like. And if you comment like, I am going to pick you as the winner of our $25 Amazon gift card. So drop a like comment telling me that you hit the like button. We'll verify it. Harry Austin gives 10 Monty Show memberships.
Let's go, Harry. Get us started.
Let's go. Let's go, Harry Austin. Good to see you. Appreciate you participating in the show.
Participating.
All right, look at all the likes. First $25 Amazon gift card today is going to go to, I'm not giving it to Pootie.
No, you can't do it, dude.
Pootie, I'm not giving it to you.
We're not funding the nuclear program, dude.
Rick Forrester. How about Big Daddy Magic? How about San Diego State Glenn? See, Glenn, you're not a member.
Yeah, see, that's the problem, dude. You got to pick up a membership, bro.
How about Mountain Mama? Mike Smith is here every single day.
Yeah, let's go, Mountain Mama. I got you,
Mike
bro.
Smith is here every single day.
Yeah.
He supports the show.
And he's usually first in unless Jizzy decides to Jizzy.
Now, I mean, he cleans coal for a living because he lives in West Virginia.
Do you prefer Dawn dish soap, or what kind of soap do you prefer?
Or are you more of a Cascade guy?
Yeah.
When you're cleaning your coal. Mike Smith, I love you, dude. I appreciate you. I am so thankful that I see you every day and I get to sing Mountain Mama, take me home to a place where I can gift you an Amazon gift card.
Yay!
DM Jake, Mountain Mama, you won, Mike Smith. Appreciate you, dude.
Do it.
Look at all of you hitting the like button. Caleb, John, Jizzy, Kim Coulter. Kim, aren't you a Baylor fan? Stephen Smith, hit the like button. Appreciate you every single day. Thanks for being a member. Doug Byers, I like it. Go Ducks. Got to be a member. Matt Ritson, the awkward guy. Can I use gift card to get a membership? No. Robert Fowler. Good to see you, Robert. I was first. Right, but I didn't say the first one to hit the like button. You know. John DeLon, how about me? John, you're special and unique. And, you know,
John,
I appreciate
please.
you.
Okay, how many likes do we have now?
The awkward guy says Palm Olive for me.
How many likes do we have now? We
have 63 likes on 500 views.
Okay. And how many? We have 114 people watching. We still got room.
It's 7:00. We'll give away another one.
Yeah, we got room.
We have room.
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
If you gift a Monty Show membership, we're also going to give away another Amazon gift card to everybody. Everybody who gifts a membership today has a chance to win an Amazon gift card. Not everybody who gifts one will win one, but do what Harry Austin did.
Harry.
The best San Antonio resident on the show.
Yeah.
A San Antonian.
Right.
He gave away 10 Monty Show memberships. So right now, if nobody else gifts a membership, Harry Austin's going to win an Amazon gift card before the show's over.
Yeah.
You can also gift memberships, and that will put you in that pool as well. John DeLon, Monty, what did you do with the money from the singing lessons? Exactly. I bought more Jordans.
Yeah.
And golf balls.
Yeah.
Goth balls. I'm a Red Raider. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm a Red Raider.
Yeah.
Tough day.
It's been a tough sports year. It is. You cannot wait for fall camp to get here. It cannot get here soon enough. I see likes. Boyd says, yes, you do. Awkward guy says Palmolive. You know, I agree. I absolutely agree. Where are you guys at on the NCAA tournament? Let's get your thoughts. Yes. What?
Bro, Mike, dude, we're not mailing you a gift card. Just DM me his address. We're not mailing it to you, dude. We just email it. My guy. See, this is what happens when you mess around with Mountain Mama, man.
The funny thing is, Mountain Mama, Mike Smith, you know what the funny thing is? Is that Mrs. Monty and I were at Costco the other day. And if Forever stamps are now $67 for a book of Forever stamps. We're walking out to get cavity searched on the way out of Costco. And I said to my wife, when's the last time we mailed something? And she's like, I don't know. I'm guessing we have stamps somewhere in the house. I haven't used the post service in
ages.
I haven't written a check in years. I can't tell you the last time I scratched a check. I quite literally don't know. When is the last time I scratched a check? I have no idea.